Welcome to tonight's sleep story. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and let go of the day. Allow yourself to relax and settle into a peaceful state. Let's drift into a soothing story together as you begin your journey into a restful and rejuvenating sleep. As you close your eyes and drift further into the peaceful embrace of sleep, the world around you gently transforms. You are transported back to the 15th century, a time when the world was on the brink of a revolution, not through battle or war, but through words. Picture yourself standing in a small workshop in Mainz, Germany, surrounded by the faint smell of parchment, ink, and the quiet sound of metal clinking. It's here that the story of Johannes Gutenberg unfolds. The air is cool, and the hum of the bustling town square fades as you step inside this modest room where Gutenberg is crafting his groundbreaking invention. The printing press. Feel the tension in the air as you watch Gutenberg, a man driven by an unrelenting desire to make the written word more accessible to the masses. He is not just an inventor, but a visionary, one who understands that this simple machine will change the course of history. His hands work meticulously, pressing each letter onto a wooden block, ensuring that each word is clear and legible. The sound of metal striking paper reverberates through the room, marking the beginning of an age that will reshape communication, knowledge, and ultimately the future of humanity. Imagine the quiet excitement that fills the workshop, the sense of anticipation hanging in the air. Gutenberg's invention will soon allow books to be produced on a scale never seen before, replacing the painstaking process of copying each manuscript by hand. The implications are immense. No longer will books be exclusive to the wealthy and elite. Now, the common people will be able to access knowledge, stories, and ideas that were once beyond their reach. This shift will democratize learning, empower minds, and in time spark revolutions in religion, science, and literature. Feel the vibrancy of the town outside the workshop as the first printed Bible is produced. The sound of pages turning, the sharp click of metal being pressed onto parchment. It is a tangible moment of change. Gutenberg's printing press is not just a mechanical device. It is the beginning of a new chapter in human history. The written word will no longer be the province of the church or the royals alone. It will belong to the people. As you stand beside Gutenberg, you can feel his passion and dedication to his work. His vision is not limited to the here and now, but stretches into the future, where books, newspapers, and pamphlets will become the lifeblood of society. With each press of the printing plate, Gutenberg is not just creating books. He is creating a future in which ideas are shared freely, where knowledge spreads like wildfire, and where a single invention can ignite change on a global scale. As you feel the weight of this moment, reflect on the quiet revolution Gutenberg has sparked. The printing press, though a humble device in its design, becomes a symbol of progress, the vehicle for knowledge and freedom. Gutenberg's creation will lead to the Renaissance, the Reformation, and the scientific revolution, all of which are built on the foundation of freely shared information. With every print of that first Bible, feel the anticipation of a world about to be changed forever. The power of the written word will soon spread, touching minds across the globe. Knowledge will no longer be confined to the privileged few, but will be available to anyone who can read. And so you stand at the edge of a new era where the printing press begins to rewrite the world's story. As you settle deeper into sleep, feel the peaceful triumph of Gutenberg's invention. It is a reminder that even the smallest idea, when paired with persistence and vision, can transform the world. Let the weight of that thought bring a sense of calm, knowing that great change often begins in quiet moments of discovery and invention. As the calm of sleep envelops you, the scene shifts once again, and you find yourself in the bustling city of Boston, now a center of innovation and possibilities. It's the late 19th century, and you stand in a modest workshop, surrounded by wooden walls and the sharp smell of metal and electrical components. This is where Alexander Graham Bell, a man driven by curiosity and the need to communicate, is working on an invention that will change the world. You feel the hum of electricity in the air, and the faint sounds of machines whirring fill the room as Bell focuses intently on his work. In front of you, his device, the telephone, begins to take form. Feel the intensity of Bell's determination. He is not just working on a machine, but on a dream to connect people across vast distances. His invention has the potential to do more than just transmit sound. It could redefine the very way people interact. Imagine the frustration and passion that drives Bell as he struggles to create a device that can transmit clear, intelligible speech over wire. There's no guidebook, no instruction manual, only Bell's brilliant mind and unwavering persistence. You feel the weight of his vision as he envisions a world where distance no longer separates people, where the sound of a voice could travel through wires and reach someone miles away. The turning point in this story comes when Bell successfully transmits the first intelligible words through the telephone. Picture the moment of triumph as he speaks into his invention, calling out, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you." Those words, spoken with a mixture of hope and anticipation, are the first to travel across wires and into the ears of another person. The excitement in the room is palpable as Bell realizes that his invention has worked, and not just worked, but opened up a new frontier in human communication. As you stand beside Bell in that moment, you feel the elation of discovery. This is no ordinary achievement. It is the moment when humanity connects in a way that was previously unimaginable. With the telephone, people no longer have to rely on letters, carriers, or physical presence to communicate over long distances. The telephone shrinks the world, bringing voices from afar into the present, into the room, and making communication instantaneous. Feel the surge of excitement that follows as Bell and his team begin to experiment with the telephone, refining it, improving it, and making it more accessible. The implications are profound. Businesses can now reach customers faster, governments can coordinate more efficiently, and families can stay connected across continents. The power of the telephone will ripple through every part of society, connecting individuals in ways that will create new opportunities and shared experiences. As you envision the telephone network expanding, you can sense the unfolding future. The telephone is no longer just a curiosity, but a necessity in the fabric of daily life. Soon, cities are teeming with telephone lines, stretching across the landscape like an invisible web, binding people together in an intricate, living network of conversation and connection. You feel the immediacy and freedom that the telephone offers, as people can now speak to one another across miles without delay, without waiting for a letter or message to be delivered. The telephone is transforming not just communication, but the way people relate to one another and how they understand the world. Asterisk, as the story deepens, you can feel the power of this new invention sweeping the globe. It is not just a tool, but a symbol of how human ingenuity can break through barriers of time and space. The telephone has revolutionized the way we connect with each other, and in doing so, it has set the stage for future advancements in communication that will continue to transform society for generations to come. The ripple effect of Bell's invention is felt not only in the present moment, but across time, as his dream of unifying the world through sound becomes a reality. Feel the calm assurance that this new reality brings. The telephone has made communication simpler, faster, and more reliable. It has created an entire industry, an entire network of connections, and it continues to evolve, with new technologies emerging from its origins. As you drift deeper into the realm of sleep, let the serenity of this moment wash over you, knowing that the simple act of connecting can change the world. One voice at a time, asterisk, as you continue to sink into the tranquil depths of your dreams. The scene gently transitions to a quiet laboratory in London, where the air is cool and the scent of medicine and fresh paper fills the space. You feel the faint hum of a clock ticking away the hours as you stand alongside Alexander Fleming, a man whose accidental discovery would go on to save millions of lives. In this room, surrounded by Petri dishes and glass beakers, Fleming is unknowingly on the brink of a breakthrough that will change the course of medicine forever. It is 1928, and the world of healthcare is still relying on basic remedies, and infectious diseases continue to claim countless lives. As you watch him, you feel the quiet focus of a scientist whose curiosity is rooted in solving the unsolved mysteries of life. Fleming, known for his keen observation and methodical approach, is examining a culture of bacteria when he notices something extraordinary. A mold has appeared on one of his Petri dishes, and around it, the bacteria have disappeared. At first, this seems like a mere anomaly, but Fleming's trained eye picks up on the significance. He investigates further, testing the substance from the mold, which he later names penicillin. Feel the awe of that moment, the moment when a small, seemingly insignificant occurrence sparks the beginning of an era in medicine. Imagine the wonder in the laboratory as Fleming realizes that this mold has the potential to kill the very bacteria that cause infection. The world of healthcare has been forever changed with the discovery of the first true antibiotic, a miracle that will soon save lives and provide hope where there was none. Feel the tension as Fleming carefully records his findings, knowing that his discovery could be monumental, but that it will take time to prove its effectiveness. He works tirelessly to isolate and purify the penicillin, all the while battling skepticism and the slow pace of scientific validation in the years that follow. Feel the frustration and anticipation as Fleming's discovery slowly gains traction. While Fleming's work is groundbreaking, it is not until the 1940s, during World War II, that penicillin truly begins to shine. As the war rages on, the need for effective treatment of infected wounds becomes a matter of life or death for soldiers on both sides. Feel the urgency as scientists like Howard Florey and Ernst Chain join forces with Fleming to mass produce penicillin. The race to produce the antibiotic on a large scale becomes an urgent global mission as the world recognizes the importance of this life-saving discovery. Feel the relief and hope as penicillin's first clinical trials take place and show remarkable success. The ability to cure infections that once ravaged populations has finally arrived. What was once a dangerous and often fatal outcome of a simple wound or disease becomes treatable. The world breathes a collective sigh of relief as the medical community embraces the power of penicillin, which would go on to revolutionize the treatment of bacterial infections. Diseases that once killed indiscriminately, like pneumonia, sepsis, and tuberculosis, begin to have a fighting chance against. The rapid pace of medical intervention as penicillin is rolled out on a massive scale. Feel the gratitude and wonder of the masses. Families who once lived in constant fear of losing loved ones to infection can now breathe easier. Hospitals, once overwhelmed by the number of sick, find new hope in the form of antibiotics, and lives are saved every day. The impact of Fleming's accidental discovery is profound. It is not just the birth of a new medicine, but a transformative shift in the way humanity views healthcare, science, and life itself. But the story of penicillin doesn't end here. As you continue to drift deeper into sleep, reflect on the wider impact of this discovery. Penicillin marks the beginning of the antibiotic age, paving the way for the development of other antibiotics and medical innovations that will follow. Yet, as you rest, know that the journey of medical progress is never without its challenges. The rise of antibiotic resistance in the present day serves as a reminder that while medicine continues to evolve, it must always be paired with responsibility and care. Feel the calm as you realize the far-reaching effects of penicillin, how one moment of curiosity, coupled with a keen eye for the unseen, gave the world a gift that continues to save lives. It is a reminder that even the smallest of accidents, when approached with wonder and determination, can lead to profound, life-altering discoveries. Let the peace of this realization wash over you, knowing that the spirit of discovery and curiosity will continue to guide us toward better futures. Feel the gratitude of generations past and future as you drift off into a restful, peaceful sleep, knowing that the quest for knowledge and healing never truly ends. Asterisk, as you drift deeper into sleep, the world around you transforms once again. This time to a warm, sweltering summer day in the early 20th century. You find yourself standing in the bustling streets of New York City, where the heat of summer hangs thick in the air. The sun beats down relentlessly on the city, and the streets are filled with people sweating in their finest clothes, trying to find relief from the oppressive warmth. You feel the sticky air cling to your skin as you step inside a cool, shaded building where the smell of fresh linen and the hum of an innovative new machine greet you. This is where Willis Carrier, an engineer and visionary, stands on the precipice of a revolutionary invention that will change the way people experience heat forever. The air conditioner. Imagine the suffocating heat outside and the contrast of the cool air that fills the room as Carrier first tests his creation. Feel the relief that washes over you as the cool breeze from the machine circulates the room, providing comfort and tranquility where there was once only discomfort. Carrier's invention was born out of necessity, the need to control temperature. In factories, where workers were suffering from the extreme heat, affecting both their productivity and their health. But as Carrier watches the cool air flow through the room, he realizes that this machine has the potential to change much more than industrial work. It could reshape homes, businesses, and even entire cities. Carrier's journey is one of ingenuity and perseverance. As you walk beside him, feel the passion and determination with which he works. In his mind, the air conditioner is not just a tool for comfort, it is a way to bring relief to humanity. The success of the machine's ability to cool air in a factory in 1902 is only the beginning. You feel the eagerness in Carrier as he envisions the widespread impact of this invention. No longer would people suffer under the heat of summer, and no longer would hot, humid air make working and living uncertain. Regions unbearable. Imagine the momentous changes that the invention of air conditioning will bring. Feel the transformational impact it has on cities in the southern United States, where before summer, heat was unbearable. You can almost hear the whispers of relief from people who can now live comfortably and work effectively in places once considered too hot for human habitation. As Carrier's invention spreads across the nation, cities like Miami, New Orleans, and Dallas become centers of growth, attracting people from all over the country to their newfound comfortable climates. But the true impact of air conditioning goes beyond just comfort. It becomes the driving force behind economic and cultural changes. Picture the bustling cities now filled with air-conditioned offices, movie theaters, and department stores, each place offering a refuge from the brutal heat outside. The golden age of air-conditioned buildings leads to the rise of the American suburbs, where homes are made comfortable and families can enjoy cool, indoor spaces throughout the sweltering summer months. You can feel the freedom that air conditioning brings, as people are no longer trapped by the seasonality of weather. But as the air conditioner spreads throughout the country and the world, it also leads to new challenges. As Carrier's invention becomes more widespread, the energy demands of the air conditioning units grow. You feel the shift as cities, once known for their clean, open air, begin to feel the strain of their new creations. The environmental impact of air conditioning becomes a subject of growing concern as people realize the connection between energy consumption, climate change, and the very systems that have made their lives more comfortable. As the decades pass, you see the evolution of air conditioning. It becomes more efficient, more eco-friendly, and more widespread. Feel the sense of progress as modern systems are now not just cooling air, but managing entire building climates. The air conditioner becomes not just a tool of comfort, but a key player in the global economy, influencing everything from architecture to global business operations. The vision that Carrier had over a century ago, a world where comfort and productivity are no longer hindered by the weather, has come to life in a way that changes the way humans live, work, and thrive. Asterisk as you begin to drift deeper into sleep, feel the soothing sense of relief that comes with the legacy of air conditioning. You realize that, much like many other inventions, it started with a simple need to make life more bearable and grew into something that touches nearly every aspect of modern life. The cool breeze that you feel now as you rest is a reminder of how a single invention can have far-reaching impacts, improving lives, economies, and even cities. Let the cool, comforting air of this invention wrap you in its embrace as you slip deeper into a peaceful, restful sleep, knowing that even the smallest of ideas can lead to profound, lasting change. As the tranquility of sleep deepens, the scene shifts once more. You find yourself standing in a dark, quiet room. The air around you is cool, and the world feels still, like the calm before a storm. In the distance, there is a flicker of light, a small, delicate glow that slowly grows brighter, casting shadows on the walls. This is the moment when electricity first enters the world on a grand scale. You feel the anticipation building as the story of Thomas Edison unfolds before you. His tireless work and innovative spirit will soon illuminate the world, bringing with it not just light, but an era of unprecedented progress. Feel the warmth of the first electric light bulb as it comes to life in Edison's laboratory in Menlo Park, New Jersey. Imagine the crackling of electricity, the smell of wires, and the feeling of electricity coursing through the air. In that quiet, dimly lit space, Edison and his team of scientists are working tirelessly to create a source of light that will last longer, be safer, and be more efficient than the gas lamps that have long dominated homes and streets. The challenges are immense, but Edison's vision is clear: a world illuminated by electric light. The room is filled with the faint hum of machinery, and you can feel the tension in the air as Edison makes his first successful attempt at creating the electric light bulb. The moment of triumph comes when the filament glows, and the room is filled with soft, steady light. For the first time, the darkness is pushed back. You feel the sense of awe that Edison and his team must have felt at that very moment. This is not just a light bulb. This is the key to unlocking a new world where people can work, play, and live beyond the limitations of daylight. Edison's invention will change everything. As you follow the journey of Edison's light bulb, feel the excitement as the world begins to change. The streets, once dim and dangerous, are now brightened by the new electric lamps. Factories that once relied on the sun or dangerous gas lighting are now bathed in the steady glow of electric light, enabling extended hours of work. Cities begin to sparkle at night, the flickering gas lamps replaced with steady electric bulbs that bring safety and mobility to the masses. The world is being transformed, one light bulb at a time, and the possibilities are endless. Now, feel the rush of progress as electricity begins to power more than just light. As Edison's invention spreads, it inspires a wave of technological innovation. Electric motors begin to replace steam engines, and the world is introduced to new technologies such as telegraphs, telephones, and eventually radio. The energy revolution is underway, and Edison's light bulb is the spark that ignites it all. The world is now connected in ways that were once unimaginable, and electricity becomes the lifeblood of progress. As you reflect on this monumental shift, feel the power of electricity course through the fabric of everyday life. You witness how cities evolve, how businesses flourish, and how human creativity blossoms under the artificial sun provided by Edison's light. No longer constrained by the sun's rhythm, the world begins to move faster, from the rapid pace of industry to the expanding reach of communication. The promise of endless possibilities becomes tangible as the world embraces the electric future that Edison has helped to create. As the century unfolds, feel the calm power of electric light around you. From the glow of the light bulb, a new era is born, one in which electricity powers homes, factories, transportation, and communication. Every flicker of light is a reminder of the transformation that has taken place and the transformation that will continue. Edison's light is no longer just a symbol of progress, but of endless innovation. As you sink deeper into the comfort of sleep, feel the peaceful whisper of electricity flowing through the world, lighting the way toward a future full of hope, knowledge, and endless possibilities. Let the gentle hum of Edison's invention lull you into deeper sleep as you reflect on how one man's vision and determination changed the world, lighting up the path to progress. As you rest, know that the power of light, of electricity, continues to guide us. From the flicker of a light bulb to the limitless power that fuels our modern world. As you continue to drift deeper into a restful slumber, the scene once again shifts, this time to a modest home in the early 20th century. Imagine a small, dusty room filled with the clatter of brushes and the soft hum of busy housewives tidying up their homes. The air smells faintly of wood polish and fresh linens, but despite their hard work, the floors remain dirty, cluttered, with the dust that clings stubbornly to the carpet. Now, feel the excitement as an innovative invention promises to change the way people clean their homes forever. The vacuum cleaner, a machine that will eliminate the need for tedious scrubbing and sweeping, is on the brink of transformation. The vacuum cleaner, in its early days, is bulky and impractical, almost a novelty rather than an everyday household item. Imagine the noise as a large, cumbersome machine roars to life, powered by an engine that runs like a miniature motor. its whirring and growling making it seem more like a mechanical beast than a household appliance. This is the world of Hubert Cecil Booth, the British engineer credited with the invention of the first effective vacuum cleaner. You feel the energy in the air as Booth tinkers with the idea of sucking up dirt with powerful suction. Booth's idea sparks a revolution in cleaning, although it starts off on a larger scale, with machines used primarily for cleaning office, buildings, and public spaces. Feel the exhilaration as these machines work, sucking up dirt and debris with efficiency, unlike the laborious methods people once used. But it is James Murray Spangler, a janitor in Canton, Ohio, who will bring the vacuum cleaner into homes. Spangler, with a background in mechanics, uses his resourcefulness to adapt Booth's design. Picture him as he adds a motor and creates the first portable vacuum cleaner, making the dream of a cleaner home a reality. Spangler's invention will soon transform from a tool of convenience to an essential household item. As you imagine these early designs, feel the shift as homes begin to change. The dusty floors, once a persistent nuisance, are soon swept away with the powerful suction of the vacuum. The relentless struggle to remove dirt and debris without exhausting effort becomes a thing of the past. In your mind's eye, picture mothers, fathers, and children alike marveling at the power of this new tool and the relief it brings to families everywhere. The vacuum cleaner, once thought of as a luxury for the wealthy, soon spreads across the middle class, forever altering the way homes are maintained. The impact of the vacuum cleaner goes beyond just convenience. You can feel the shift in the way time is spent. Families, once burdened with endless hours of cleaning, now have more free time to enjoy activities together. The vacuum cleaner becomes a symbol of modernity, a tool that makes life easier, giving families the opportunity to focus on what really matters, their loved ones, their homes, and their well-being. As the years pass, the vacuum cleaner evolves. Further, imagine the small, quiet models of today, sleek and efficient, gliding effortlessly across the floor, silently absorbing dust and debris. The innovations in vacuum cleaner technology mirror the broader changes in society, from the rise of consumer culture to the increasing technological advancements that make life more convenient and comfortable. The once cumbersome machines are now elegant, even smart, fitting into the homes of millions, transforming them into clean, orderly sanctuaries. Now, reflect on the calm comfort that these modern conveniences bring to everyday life. As you imagine the soft hum of a vacuum cleaner working tirelessly in the background, you feel a sense of relief and peace. The simple act of cleaning, once a tiresome chore, is now efficient and smooth. The vacuum cleaner, an invention once perceived as a minor luxury, has woven itself into the fabric of daily existence, making homes cleaner, healthier, and more comfortable. Feel the gratitude for the everyday tools that often go unnoticed, but are so deeply woven into the fabric of modern life. The vacuum cleaner, once a strange and foreign device, is now an indispensable part of the home. Its impact on health, hygiene, and time saving is immeasurable. As you drift further into rest, let the quiet hum of the vacuum cleaner lull you into a deeper state of relaxation, knowing that these little inventions, born from human curiosity and resourcefulness, continue to make life easier and more comfortable every day. Feel the warmth of comfort as you let go of the day's stresses, knowing that the world of innovation continues to improve our lives, one invention at a time. As you settle further into the peaceful depths of sleep, the scene shifts once again, this time to a bustling city street in the late 19th century, where the world is beginning to buzz with excitement and anticipation. The air is thick with smoke, the sounds of horses' hooves and carriages moving through the cobbled streets. The city is teeming with life, yet for all its vibrancy, the people are still disconnected by vast distances. Communication is slow, and messages travel by handwritten letters, telegraphs, or the occasional messenger. But now, you sense the tension in the air. A new world is on the verge of emerging, one where people will be able to talk to each other, not just face to face, but across great distances, as though they're standing in the same room. The invention of the telephone is about to change everything. Feel the electric anticipation as you walk with Alexander Graham Bell, the man whose vision and relentless pursuit of innovation will soon revolutionize the way people connect. You stand by him in his laboratory, surrounded by wires, tools, and a palpable sense of hope. Bell, a man who has dedicated his life to improving communication, has finally succeeded in creating a device that can transmit human speech over wires. The first trial is set to take place, and Bell, with his fiery determination, is ready to prove that his invention can work. Now, imagine the moment when Bell, standing beside his invention, calls out to his assistant Thomas Watson across the room, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you." In that instant, the world of communication changes forever. Feel the thrill that fills the air as the words travel through the wire, crossing space and reaching Watson's ear in real time. The invention works. The telephone is born, and the world of communication will never be the same. The invention of the telephone creates an immediate revolution in the way people communicate. Feel the excitement ripple through the streets of New York and beyond as news of Bell's success spreads. People are amazed at the idea that they can now talk to someone miles away, hearing their voice as clearly as if they were standing right beside them. The promise of instantaneous communication brings new hope to businesses, governments, and families alike. The world suddenly feels smaller, more connected, as the telephone begins to bridge the gaps between people. But the story doesn't stop there. You feel the energy of Bell and his collaborators as they work tirelessly to refine the technology and expand its use. As the telephone becomes more reliable, its applications broaden. Businesses, which once relied on written correspondence or in-person meetings, can now communicate effortlessly with one another. Picture the excitement of merchants, bankers, and traders as they begin using the telephone to conduct business transactions, share information, and make deals with speed that was previously unimaginable. Cities grow and flourish as the telephone becomes a vital tool in the modern economy. As you witness this transformation, you feel the revolution of communication sweeping across the country. The telephone's reach extends into homes, allowing people to stay connected with family and friends, even if they live far apart. For the first time, people are no longer constrained by geographical distance. The telephone line that stretches from coast to coast becomes a lifeline, connecting individuals in a way that feels almost magical. Feel the sense of intimacy that arises as families share news, ask for advice, and simply check in with one another, no matter the distance between them. But the telephone is just the beginning. The world of communication continues to evolve. As time passes, you witness the rapid advancements in technology. The telephone, which started as a device for speaking over wires, becomes portable and mobile, allowing people to communicate not just from their homes, but from anywhere. Feel the momentum as the world accelerates with the rise of the mobile phone, the internet, and the ever-evolving ways in which people stay in touch. The telephone, in its many forms, continues to transform society, creating a world where distance is no longer a barrier to connection. As you settle deeper into the embrace of sleep, reflect on the power of the telephone. What began as a small idea, driven by a desire to connect people, has grown into one of the most important inventions in human history. The telephone has made the world smaller, closer, and more intimate. It has brought people together across continents, bridging cultures, businesses, and hearts. The telephone reminds us that even in a world filled with distance, connection is always possible. Let the gentle hum of the telephone's legacy soothe you into deeper relaxation, knowing that the ability to communicate, to reach out, and to connect is a gift that continues to change lives every day. Feel the peace that comes with knowing the power of invention, the power to bring people together, to transform lives, and to reshape the future. As you settle deeper into sleep, the scene begins to transform once again, taking you to the early 19th century, where life was moving at a slower, more labor-intensive pace. You find yourself standing in a modest household, surrounded by the hum of daily chores. The scent of soap, water, and the faint smell of fresh laundry fill the air as you look upon the countless laundry baskets and basins stacked high with clothes waiting to be cleaned. Feel the heavy weight of the laundry, the time-consuming scrubbing, and the back-breaking work that goes into washing clothes by hand. This task, so common and essential, has been the bane of many a household, yet today a change is about to take place. A new invention will make this process easier, quicker, and more efficient. Picture the moment when the first washing machine is conceived, driven by the ingenuity of James King, William Blackstone, and others. Feel the anticipation in the air as King works on his first mechanical model, which uses a hand-powered crank to agitate the water and scrub the clothes. It's a rudimentary design, but the power of this idea is undeniable. For the first time, the laundry process is no longer reliant on endless scrubbing and soaking. This new machine uses the power of mechanical motion to clean clothes efficiently, saving both time and effort. You feel the excitement and relief that come with the success of this early washing machine. In the past, washing clothes could take an entire day, with people spending hours on their knees, scrubbing and rinsing. But now, with this machine, laborious work is replaced with mechanized convenience. The machine still requires manual effort, but it promises a future where washing clothes will no longer dominate people's lives. It's an early glimpse of the modern age, where machines will soon take over tasks that were once time-consuming. And physically demanding. As the years go by, the washing machine evolves. Picture the scene as the first electric washing machines are introduced, powered by motors that eliminate the need for human-powered cranks. The hum of the motor, the steady movement of water swirling through the clothes, these sounds fill the air, and the ease of washing becomes apparent. Households once overwhelmed by endless hours of washing are now freed from this burden. The simplicity of the task makes life easier, giving families more time to spend on what matters most. Imagine the transformational impact of this invention. With the rise of electric washing machines, cities and homes across the world are slowly but surely changing. The labor of washing clothes is no longer something that requires hours of physical effort. Feel the weight lifting as mothers and fathers alike can focus on other parts of their day instead of spending their time at the washboard. The freedom of this time-saving innovation begins to ripple through society, allowing families to spend more time together, engage in new opportunities, and even pursue personal endeavors that were once unattainable due to the demands of household chores. The washing machine becomes a symbol of the modern age, of a world where technology alleviates human suffering and empowers people. As its design improves over the years, becoming more efficient, quiet, and eco-friendly, the washing machine becomes a mainstay in households around the world. You feel the calm satisfaction that accompanies this invention, knowing that each wash cycle brings ease, comfort, and freedom to countless homes. As you drift deeper into rest, the whirring sound of the washing machine lulls you into a peaceful state. Its presence in the home, once a novelty, is now as commonplace as the very act of washing itself. The story of the washing machine reminds you that even the most mundane of tasks can be transformed through innovation. Let the peaceful rhythm of this invention guide you into deeper slumber, knowing that the path of progress, once started with a single idea, continues to create a world that makes life easier and more efficient for all. As you drift further into a peaceful sleep, you feel yourself being transported to the mid-20th century, a time when the world was on the verge of being revolutionized once again. The air is electric with anticipation as a new invention is about to change the way people experience entertainment, culture, and information. You find yourself standing in a small laboratory in New York City, surrounded by the faint hum of machines and the smell of metal and electricity. It's here that Farnsworth, a brilliant and determined inventor, is about to unveil a machine that will do the unimaginable. It will bring images to life and project them into people's living rooms. This is the moment when the television will take form. Feel the anticipation in the air as Farnsworth stands before his creation. The first successful transmission of an image on his television system will not only revolutionize how people receive information, but also how they view the world. You feel the quiet excitement that fills the room as the flicker of the screen begins, the image slowly appearing, a human face, clear and defined, projected onto a screen. For the first time, the idea of moving images broadcast into homes is becoming a reality. As the machine comes to life, feel the shiver of awe that runs through the room. It is not just a mechanical invention. It is a doorway into a new world. Farnsworth's invention is a window through which people will be able to experience life, stories, and events from all over the world without leaving their homes. The television will bring distant places, historical moments, and imaginative tales right into the living rooms of families, uniting them through shared experiences. The first image flickers and becomes sharper, and with it comes the promise of a new era. Imagine the immediate impact as the television begins to take hold of the public's imagination. The first broadcasts capture the hearts of the nation. Families gather around the small box, captivated by the moving images and sounds. The television brings news, entertainment, and education, allowing people to witness world events as they unfold, experience dramatic performances from the comfort of their homes, and watch their favorite shows, all in real time. Feel the shift in society as the television becomes a central part of daily life. No longer do people have to rely solely on newspapers, books, or radio for information. Now they can see and hear the world's stories as they happen, feel the emotions of characters in ways that words alone could never convey, and be transported into the lives of others through the screen. The power of the television to shape public opinion, create shared experiences, and provide an escape for millions is immeasurable. The television does not just entertain, it changes how people communicate, learn, and connect. Over time, the television industry grows rapidly, expanding into new forms of entertainment. Sitcoms, dramas, and news broadcasts emerge, each reflecting the cultural shifts and aspirations of the time. Feel the excitement as new programs air. The excitement of seeing iconic figures on screen, and the evolution of television as a medium for storytelling. As the decades pass, the television continues to evolve, becoming more colorful, vivid, and interactive. The impact of television extends beyond just entertainment. It becomes a cultural phenomenon, shaping society and influencing values, politics, and popular culture. Television sets become an iconic part of every home, a shared experience that transcends age, background, and geography. Feel the comfort as you imagine families across the world sitting down at the end of a long day, gathered around the television, to share stories, to laugh, to cry, and to experience life together. A television is no longer just an invention. It is a companion, a fixture in daily life that connects people to each other and the world around them. As you sink deeper into relaxation, let the soothing thought of the television's legacy fill you with a sense of peace and connection. Television, once a new invention, has become a constant in the background of our lives. It has shaped the way we see the world, the way we relate to each other, and the way we imagine the future. And as you close your eyes, feel the gratitude for those who dreamt big, for those who saw the possibility of something more and made it happen. Let the calm of this story guide you into a peaceful, restorative sleep, knowing that even the smallest spark of imagination can light up the world. As you move deeper into the embrace of sleep, the scene shifts yet again, carrying you to the early 20th century, a world on the edge of another extraordinary breakthrough. The year is 1906, and you stand in a small laboratory surrounded by wires, switches, and the quiet hum of electricity. The room feels alive, filled with the scent of metal and the thrill of discovery. Before you, the figure of Reginald Fessenden stands, deeply focused, preparing to make a revolutionary breakthrough, a discovery that will forever change how people experience communication and entertainment. His invention, the radio, is on the brink of transforming the world in ways that few could even imagine. Feel the electric energy in the room as Fessenden makes the final adjustments to his machine. His invention will enable the transmission of sound over long distances, allowing people to listen to music, news, and stories without being physically present. For the first time in history, the air around you will carry voices, songs, and sounds across vast distances, transforming how people interact with the world. Imagine the first transmission as Fessenden, standing at the transmitter, begins to speak into a microphone. It is Christmas Eve, and I am speaking to you through the air. For the first time, sound travels through the airwaves, reaching a receiver miles away. The radio's magic is born. Feel the excitement and wonder that fills the room as the radio works for the first time. The first broadcast was simple, just a man's voice and some music, but it marks the beginning of a new era. Imagine the thrill of hearing sound in the air as waves of radio frequency travel to far-off places, carrying voices and music to people who could never have imagined such a possibility. It is not just a technological innovation, but a cultural shift, where the world becomes connected by invisible waves that carry both information and entertainment. As you observe Fessenden's work, feel the sense of possibility that fills the air. The radio is more than just a device. It is a gateway to the world. The idea that people can listen to the muse, hear stories, or enjoy live music while they are at home or at work is revolutionary. Feel the relief and joy of families who now have access to entertainment and information in ways they never could before. The radio is not just a tool, it is a new way of life. It has the power to shape public opinion, connect distant communities, and even bring people together during times of war or crisis. Radio broadcasts will soon become a vital source of news, comfort, and social cohesion. As the years pass, the radio evolves. Feel the pulse of progress as radio technology improves, with stations sprouting up across the globe. The sound becomes clearer, the broadcasts more frequent, and the variety of content increases. You can almost hear the whir of transmitters and the soft crackle of static as families gather around their radios, eagerly awaiting the next program. Whether it's a news broadcast, a sports event, or a musical performance, the radio brings people together in ways that no other medium can. The world, once divided by geography and distance, is now connected by the waves of sound that flow from radios in every home, every street corner, and every shop dot as you feel the growing influence of the radio. Imagine the impact it has on society. The radio is not just about entertainment. It becomes an integral part of life. News travels faster than ever, and radio programs start to shape public opinion, making it a powerful tool in shaping culture, politics, and society. Imagine the thrilling experience of hearing live reports of important events, whether it's the end of a war, the election of a new leader, or the announcement of a scientific breakthrough. The radio makes the world smaller, breaking down the barriers between nations and cultures and allowing people to experience the world as it happens. As you reflect on the legacy of the radio, feel the reassurance that it has brought. It has connected families, communities, and countries, and it has shaped the future of entertainment, news, and communication. The radio, once a novelty, has become an essential part of daily life, and its influence continues to shape the world. Even today, ***, let the gentle hum of the radio's legacy guide you into a deeper state of relaxation. Feel the peace that comes with knowing that the world of communication and connection continues to evolve, and that even the simplest of inventions can change the course of history. As you drift further into sleep, know that the power of sound, like the power of invention, can unite the world and carry us to new heights. As your peaceful slumber deepens, the scene shifts once more, transporting you to the dawn of a new age, the mid-20th century. The air around you is electric, filled with the sounds of machines whirring, metal clanking, and the faint smell of new technology. You find yourself standing in a dimly lit room filled with wires, switches, and piles of paper. Before you stands an enormous machine, its gears turning with precision and purpose. This is the first computer, a machine that will change everything. You are in the presence of Alan Turing, the brilliant mind whose work will lay the foundations for the computers we use today. Feel the anticipation in the air as Turing works, his face focused, his hands steady as he navigates through equations and complex algorithms. His work is far from simple. It is a blend of mathematics, logic, and imagination. The world has no idea yet that Turing is building the blueprint for the future of computing, but you can feel the tension in the room. The world is about to change in ways that will touch every single life on Earth. The computer, though, still in its infancy, is about to spark a revolution. Feel the calm confidence of Turing as he works tirelessly to perfect his machine, testing, adjusting, and refining it. This computer is not just a machine to perform calculations. It is the birth of a new kind of thinking. For the first time, human thought and machine logic will merge. The computer will become an extension of the human mind, capable of performing complex tasks and solving problems at a speed no human could ever achieve. Turing's creation is more than just a machine. It is the birth of artificial intelligence, a new kind of thought that will push the boundaries of what humans can accomplish. As you observe the early steps of computer development, you feel the excitement and intrigue in the air. The machine, though rudimentary by modern standards, is a giant leap forward. Imagine the sounds of gears clicking, the buzzing of circuits, and the flickering of lights as Turing's machine processes information. It is slow and clunky, but it is unlike anything the world has ever seen. You can almost feel the future unfolding as Turing's vision takes shape before your eyes, but it is not just Turing's mind that makes the computer come to life. As the years go on, other brilliant thinkers and inventors begin to build upon his work. Feel the thrill as machines begin to get smaller, faster, and more powerful. The first programmable computers come into existence, and with them, the world begins to change. You can hear the hum of machines working through complex problems, crunching data at speeds once thought impossible. The computer has arrived, and it is here to stay. As the decades pass, the computer evolves. It moves from the large, room-sized behemoths of the 1950s and 60s to the personal computers of the 1980s. Feel the transformation as microprocessors shrink, making computers not just for businesses or scientists, but for everyone. You can feel the excitement as the first home computers are introduced, allowing families to access information, communicate, and even play games, all from the comfort of their own homes. The world, once bound by geography and distance, is now connected through the magic of the computer. But the impact of the computer does not stop at the personal level. As you continue to reflect on the evolution of the computer, feel the power it holds in industries, ranging from medicine and finance to space exploration and entertainment. The computer is no longer just a tool for calculation or communication. It has become the backbone of modern society, driving progress in almost every field imaginable. Computers help doctors diagnose diseases, they help scientists explore outer space, and they help businesses run efficiently. The internet emerges, allowing computers to connect to one another, sharing information, ideas, and knowledge across the globe. Feel the ripple of excitement as the world becomes more interconnected, more global, and more interdependent than ever before. The computer has opened doors to new possibilities, allowing people to work remotely, communicate instantly, and access information from anywhere in the world. As you lie there, resting peacefully, think about the immense power of the computer. What began as a simple mechanical machine built by brilliant minds like Turing has blossomed into a world-changing tool that connects, informs, and empowers people. The computer has brought the world closer, making the impossible possible, and it will continue to evolve, shaping the future in ways we cannot yet imagine. Let the calm hum of the computer's legacy surround you, filling your mind with the quiet knowledge that the power of innovation can lead to great change. Feel the peaceful assurance that comes from understanding that the human drive to create, to connect, and to transform the world around us will continue to push us toward new heights. As you sink deeper into rest, know that the computer, like so many other incredible inventions, is just one chapter in the never-ending story of human discovery and progress. As you settle into a deeper state of sleep, The scene shifts once again, this time to a quiet, dimly lit room in the late 20th century, where the world is about to undergo yet another transformation. The air is cool, the atmosphere filled with the buzz of technology and the faint clicking of keyboards. You find yourself in the presence of Tim Berners-Lee, a visionary who is on the verge of creating something that will change the world forever. The World Wide Web feel the sense of urgency in the air as Berners-Lee works, his mind racing with ideas as he develops a new way for computers to communicate with one another. The concept of hyperlinks, HTML, and the ability to access information across the globe is still in its infancy, but the idea is powerful. As he works, you sense the immense potential of this creation, the internet, a place where information, knowledge, and connections can flow freely across the world. Without borders, you feel the excitement and uncertainty of Berners-Lee's journey as he develops the first website, the first step in creating a global network of interconnected devices. For the first time, people will be able to share and access information from anywhere in the world instantly. This web of connections will bridge continents, connect cultures, and allow individuals to communicate and share in ways never before imagined. Imagine the rush of possibility as Berners-Lee realizes that this creation will soon be the foundation of a new age, an era of instantaneous communication, global knowledge, and unlimited potential. The internet is not just a tool, but a world-changing force, a place where creativity, collaboration, and community will thrive. The possibilities feel endless as you witness the birth of this new world, where ideas and information can flow freely and without restriction. As the years unfold, you watch as the internet grows from a simple network of computers to the global superhighway it is today. Search engines, social media, and e-commerce all emerge, allowing people to access information, build relationships, and conduct business in ways that were previously unimaginable. The internet becomes a powerful tool that changes not just how we work, but how we live, how we learn, and how we connect with one another. Feel the transformation as the internet begins to touch every aspect of society. It breaks down barriers to education, making knowledge more accessible than ever before. It connects individuals from different backgrounds, allowing for cultural exchange and the sharing of ideas. Businesses expand their reach, and people can now shop, work, and socialize from the comfort of their own homes. The internet shrinks the world, making it feel smaller, more connected, and more interdependent. But as the internet grows, so too does its impact on the world. Feel the shifting landscape as issues of privacy, security, and accessibility begin to emerge. The internet, though a powerful tool for connection, also brings with it challenges that must be addressed. You sense the growing tension as the world grapples with how to navigate this new reality. Yet despite these challenges, the internet continues to evolve, to expand, and to shape the future in ways no one could have anticipated. As you sink deeper into sleep, reflect on the power and potential of the internet. What started as a simple network of computers has grown into a global phenomenon that connects billions of people, ideas, and cultures. The internet has become an integral part of modern life, reshaping industries, economies, and societies. It is a testament to the power of human creativity and the drive to connect with one another. Let the soothing hum of the internet's endless flow of information guide you deeper into rest, knowing that the world is constantly changing, evolving, and connecting through the power of ideas and innovation. Feel the peaceful reassurance that this web of connections will continue to grow and shape the future as it has done since its birth. The journey of human progress, from the first spark of a light bulb to the global network of today, is a story of discovery, creativity, and connection. As you rest, know that the future is full of endless possibilities, and that the spirit of innovation will continue to guide us forward into a world of greater connection, understanding, and hope.